Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to do a Q&A. I am usually a private person. I don't post a lot of my personal life on social media, as you know, on my Instagram. I don't really even show my daughter's face. But I understand that you guys have questions and I'm going to give you the answers. Okay. So the first question, this is probably one of the most asked questions that I got on the Q&A that I posted to my Instagram page. Okay, how did you meet your husband, and also how did you know that he was the one? Okay, let me tell you. I met my husband through a mutual friend. So one of our mutual friends introduced us. So as you know, my husband is from Birmingham, UK. And at the time that we met, he was in England, but he was also visiting Vancouver like throughout the year. And we had a mutual friend who introduced us, and then we started talking. And so this was like January 2011. We started talking towards the end of January. And then we got married in September of 2012. So how did I know he was the one? I felt really just comfortable and safe talking to him and just getting to know him. And I felt like he wasn't judgmental and just kind of accepted me for who I was. Yeah, I don't think there was just one thing, but he just made me feel very comfortable and like I could be myself, and he wasn't very judgmental. And I felt like he was my best friend and that we could talk about anything. So that's how I knew he was the one. What inspired you to name your daughter? So as you know, I am Sikh. I come from the Sikh faith. And I wanted my daughter to have like a unique name, but obviously, you know, with some history and cultural ties to it. We really liked Hazra Hazur. That comes in like the Sikh scriptures in Bani a lot. And so when we had her, we found out we had a daughter. We really loved the name Hazra, so we named her Hazra Kaur. That's pretty much it. So another question I get a lot is, what do you do for a living and how do you incorporate working out with that? So what I do for a living, it's pretty complex. I feel like I have a lot of different shoes that I fill. So just a little bit of background information. I do have a bachelor's degree. So I did a bachelor's of business administration with a major in accounting degree. I got that, and then I moved on to getting my CPA CA designation, so chartered accountant. It was chartered accountancy at the time, but now it's chartered professional accountant. So that took me like an additional 2.5 to 3 years. It was a pretty intense program, kind of like a master's program. So I did that, but I'm not really enjoying that whole, like accounting obviously isn't really my passion and I don't enjoy it too much. Like if I were to do it all over again, I would obviously do kinesiology and you know, maybe become a chiropractor. I'm not sure, but it would have definitely I would have gone back and chosen like a different degree that I would have done. But yeah, so what I do for a living is I do work part-time in the accounting industry. So it's only part-time. And then the rest of the week I am working on my business. So I have online clients that I'm coaching. I'm creating content for Instagram, for YouTube. I'm creating programs. You know, those are the different ways that I earn a living. So that is what I do for a living. Sorry, the second part of the question is, how do I incorporate working out with what I do for a living? So I made it really easy for myself because I have a gym at home in my garage. I literally walk 10 seconds and I'm in my gym. So that makes me stay accountable. I don't have any excuse. It makes it easy because it's right in my own home. Also, I think I've ingrained that habit in me from years and years of training. So it's just second nature to me, training is, and having a gym at home just makes it a lot easier. It's a great investment. How do you deal with Indian visitors when samosas and spring rolls are out? I find it so hard. I don't really have this issue because obviously with COVID, we haven't even been hanging out with anyone else this year, like 2020, as I'm sure everyone else is in the same boat. So we've kind of just been, you know, at home a lot or just at my parents' house. We haven't really had any social events. So I don't really have that problem, but if I do go to an event, like for example, in the summer, I did go to a few weddings. And one of those weddings, I did have a couple of samosa. And I think it's okay, you know, to treat yourself occasionally as long as you're not having like fried, unhealthy food every single day. So when am I coming to India next? I don't have any plans for the foreseeable future, especially with COVID and then all the stuff that's happening in Punjab right now with the farmers' protests. I just feel like it's just not a good political environment to go to India right now as well. So I don't know, probably not for a long time. I get this question a lot as well. How did you get into fitness? So for me, fitness probably started at a really young age. I had two older brothers growing up and I was always outside playing sports with them. And then in elementary and high school, I played basketball. I was like so passionate about basketball. All I cared about was basketball. I thought I was going to go into the NBA, not the WNBA. I thought I was going to make it into the NBA. Yes, pretty deluded. But like I looked up to, you know, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and I think that competitiveness that I had in basketball in high school kind of just stayed with me throughout my university career and all my adult life. So that competitiveness just kind of drove me and I channeled it into different ways. So now I'm into weightlifting. So, but definitely it started in basketball when I played basketball in high school. And I'm really grateful for that because it taught me so much about myself and, you know, in a way like what it takes to be great, like looking at Michael Jordan, Kobe, rest in peace. Okay, another question was, can you see yourself going back to a public gym or are you comfortable at home now? I don't see myself going back to a public gym for a long time because I have my home gym. It's just so convenient. And with my daughter and with work and all the stuff I have going on, it's just so convenient to just train at home, like whenever I can fit it in my day. I don't see myself going back to a public gym for a long time. I don't even know if I ever will, because we're planning on investing more into our home gym. We're going to buy more equipment and add on to it. So I don't think I will go. Are you vegan or do you just eat plant-based? I'm actually not a vegan. I don't eat just plant-based food. But I do eat dairy. So I do have cheese, I do have milk, but not a whole lot. So I'm not vegan, I'm not plant-based, but I do eat. Mainly my foods are plant-based, but I haven't eliminated dairy. Another question, what motivated you to become a fitness trainer? So this kind of just progressively happened naturally, I would say, in my life because I, started sharing my journey on Instagram, my fitness journey, and then I shared my pregnancy on Instagram and I stayed, lifting weights and working out during my pregnancy. And then after, I shared my postpartum journey. So it kind of just gradually happened organically, like as I started learning more about the body. I've always been into fitness. So I do a lot of research and self-learning on my own. And I also got my personal training certification. So even though, I did my bachelor's degree in a different topic, I still take out time to learn and understand, the body and how it works. It was more so like a natural progression. And I really find it satisfying and fulfilling just to help other women achieve their fitness goals. So, okay, another question I get a lot is how do you keep so motivated to work out and how do you always manage to get a workout in? So I keep motivated to work out. It's because like I said, that competitive drive was in me since high school from playing basketball. And I just feel so good after I work out and I have goals that I want to achieve. And then the second part to that is I have a gym in my garage at home. So I made it really easy for myself to train. I think, life is too short as it is. And I want to be the best possible version of myself. And that also includes physically. So I enjoy working out. I have goals I want to achieve. And I just love the way it makes me feel. And I just want to be the best I can be. Okay, what is your favorite thing about yourself? Right now, I would probably say like my upper back. I feel like I built up a lot of strength there in the past, little while. Like I hit a PR of 10 pull-ups, strict pull-ups. So I'm really happy with that. So I feel like my upper body is like stronger in proportion to my lower body. Like just genetically, I hold less fat and less weight on my lower half. So that, the benefit of that is I have a stronger upper body. So I like my upper back and how strong it is. What is the one thing you cannot live without regarding food? I really, really like my oatmeal in the morning. I love my oatmeal, and then a scoop of Kaizen vegan protein. So that's like my go-to breakfast. And it just feels so wholesome and like warm and comforting. So that's probably one thing I would say I can't live without is my breakfast, which is oatmeal with protein in it and wild blueberries and a little bit of honey. I'll sometimes add nuts and strawberries and a bit of a banana. So that is probably my favorite thing that I can't live without right now. Okay, so this is gonna be the last question I answer because I've gotta go get a training session in and it's getting a bit uncomfortable sitting on the floor. My feet are starting to hurt. What is this question? How long does it take for you to lose weight with just weight training? That really depends on your diet and nutrition as well. Like with weight training, yes, you're going to build muscle, you're going to burn calories, but it largely depends on if you're in a caloric deficit. So losing weight mainly depends on if you're in a caloric deficit or not, meaning you're burning more calories in the day than you're eating. And don't make that deficit too high because that can have a lot of implications on your hormones and then it can affect your period as well. Caloric deficit is the main thing you need to have when your goal is fat loss. So a healthy amount to lose is probably like 1 to 2 pounds a week, depending on how much weight you need to lose. So I would say if it's more than like 10 to 15 pounds that you need to lose, like 1 to 2 pounds a week is good. But if it's like under 10 pounds that you need to lose, go anywhere from like half a pound a week would probably be more healthier and realistic and sustainable. And then of course with weight training, the benefit is you're gonna build more muscle, and the more muscle you have, the more calories you're gonna burn even when you're just resting. So that's why I love weight training and it makes you strong. Okay, so that is it for my Q&A today, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, got to know a little bit more about me, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.